there, Z here, and with the summer coming around making everything as hot as what I would imagine the inside of the devil's butt cheeks to be, not to mention probably just as moist, we need a game out there that's gonna cool us all down this season. Like, how about a survival game? How about a survival game about the ocean? You know, you just feel that ocean all around you, and it's just nice and cool, and not that game. Not that game. No. This one you can build boats and you can sail around and feel that wind hitting your face. Not that one either. You can build boats in that and sail them all around. Okay. This one's an alpha game. It's an alpha game, so it fits my gimmick, and it just recently. No. Okay, I don't want to see you for another 10 months until you're actually playable. Okay. All right, all of you, just leave. Just get out of here. Okay. The game I'm talking about is Raft, okay? You saw it in the preview, you saw it in the title, it's Raft, all right? And I'm not going to lie to anybody, I've seen a lot of big YouTubers play this game. That's how I found out that it even existed here. So what I'm really trying to say is, I need to jump on this bandwagon as quickly as I can so I could be a big famous YouTuber, and I can live off of ad revenues, and I can live off of Patreon, so I could be a fatter, more alcoholic version of myself. It's what I've really wanted my entire life, okay? So let's run the intro, please. Come on, just run that fucking intro. Now, if you didn't notice from my amazing introduction, the concept of this game is more original than finding a liberal college student at a Starbucks. You got an ocean, you got a boat, you collect items to make your boat into a raft, and then your raft into a barge. Just a simple concept, right? But how is it? Is it really worth wasting your time and $20 of your hard-earned money? Well, yes and no. Yes and no. You know, let's just start from the beginning, okay? Pick the gender you want. Name the world that you want. Well, fuck you, game. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Click off the Allow Friends button because only pussies need help from other people, and you start off by floating on this piece of debris not big enough to float an entire family of Cubans to Florida on. So, some of you may ask, how do I get a bigger ass so people won't laugh at my rinky-dink POS? Simple. Fish out random pieces of trash floating around you in the ocean. Yeah, you know, like random bits of wood, palm tree leaves, you know, plastic bottles, broken remnants of what look like plastic kiddie pools, barrels full of absolute garbage that looks like they just fell off of a Sea of Thieves game. And you know what? The more I'm thinking about this, the more that it's coming out of my mouth, this is sounding more like Florida every single descriptive day, doesn't it? I think I found out the secret setting of this game, and hell, if I'm wrong, I'm cool with that, but Red Beat Interactive? You're welcome, okay? There's an M. Night Shyamalan twist no one's going to see coming. Anywho, you collect enough items to build your raft bigger and equip it with things like a grill, a water purifier, a bed, a cat statue that waves at you. Because honestly, there is no boat that's complete without Mr. Tursky's, the waving pussy. And every so often, you come upon a fucking hell! Alright, yeah, let me just explain to you real quick on the asshole antagonist of this game. It's a big-ass shark. Yeah, a big-ass shark that attacks you whenever you go into the water, and if you think that you're smart enough by staying on the boat thinking, unless it starts evolving in the legs and jumping on the boat, there's no way it's gonna get me. No, this second-hand Jaws here will slowly start destroying your boat to try and get to you. And before you ask, yes, you can stop him from destroying your boat, and hell, you can even kill him with things like spears and shit, but the sharks in this game are much like herpes. You know, you could try your best to get rid of them, and hell, sometimes you might get rid of some, but they'll always return to fuck up your life and ruin as many dates as they can. Anyways, while boating around, letting the current take you to wherever it wants to take you, you'll also find things like islands and abandoned boats that will help you collect raw materials or random items that are not found at sea. And I know some of you are already sleeping at your desk because this whole thing just sounds so riveting, but I assure you, okay? Turn on your favorite podcast, your favorite movie, a favorite hentai video, and just get lost in the mind-numbing nature of this game. That's really what it has going for it. It may sound super, super basic and I mean, well, it really is, but it certainly isn't easy, at least not for the first-time players. When you first start, the only thing that you'll ever want is for a massive frigate of a raft so magnificent and massive, no one would dare think you have a tiny dick. So in the midst of snagging material after material after material, you'll quickly forget that this is a survival game. So your food and water will be the last thing on your mind and the first thing you desperately try to fill before slowly dying. But hey, don't you worry about that. You can always respawn, losing everything in your inventory doing so. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, yeah, if you're looking to keep all your things, you could switch to easy mode, but what self-respecting gamer would do that? You do normals or you uninstall that fucking game. So prepare to die a handful of times and then restart the world, because there's no way you're going to start all over with absolutely nothing before you really get into the groove of what to build first. This game is a lot like Moana, you know, that Disney movie where it has a girl that goes on a boat and goes on an adventure with a demigod and there's a bunch of singing and dancing. Except in this, there is none of that, and you sail until you die of dysentery from drinking salt water and eating rotted food in a blind panic to not start all over again! So what does this game have going for it, you may ask? Why did I spend up to 7 hours of my personal time and my $20, and all I have to show is this useless rinky-dink shack that was not anything like I was expecting in the middle of this giant, endless ocean? Well, besides the aspect of this game being a 60% time sink and a 40% telling yourself it was worth it, so those 5 hours that you will never get back won't keep you up at night, for an alpha game, the graphics are pretty passable and actually good looking at times. There's just something really relaxing about sailing in the ocean with the wind and the waves and the sails, and I mean all of this virtually. You won't catch my fat ass out in the middle of the Pacific with the sun beating down and the sharks in the water and the potential of getting lost at sea in some sort of Bermuda Triangle scenario increasing by the second. Yes, I realize that it's in the Atlantic, okay? But don't you find it a little unsettling that there's only one sea triangle of death, okay? I'm not the crazy one here. Things are always bound to happen. Another one's bound to pop up because things come in twos. That's what I know. And I'm not going to risk being out in the middle of the Atlantic in my big yacht with 2 bitches around my arms, and then Cthulhu comes down and abducts them and then destroys my entire boat, and now look where I am. Castaway. That's how Castaway should have happened. Wait, what the hell was I talking about again? Right, so, the graphics are good. But what's actually way better than the graphics in this game is the soundtrack. Oh my god, it's so fantastic and relaxing. Just imagine like the piano tunes of Minecraft with the elevator type music of The Sims when you're buying or building something, and you'll get something that sounds like this. When you're hearing the waves lapping and the wind blowing and this music kicks up, if it hits you at the right time, it'll just melt your soul. But things aren't all candy and condoms in this game, and you need to know that there are some bits I don't particularly enjoy. You know, besides the whole residing feeling that there's really nothing to do in this game but relax and absorb the surroundings, there's little things that I personally found that I really did not like. The hook you use to collect items is a bit disorientating because either my depth perception is completely gone or the hitboxes around this are a bit off. I will throw it out there and I could have sworn that they touched, but it misses the thing completely. The anchor you can build for the boat can only be used once and is very finicky on where it lands to where your boat's going to stop. But overall, this is what I have to say. This is definitely an alpha in my books. Don't expect too much of this game and the content that pulls you in. You need to set goals for yourself in order to have fun here. Just think of this game like RuneScape, something that's minor, that you don't have to put a lot of thought into, and you play while you catch up on a Netflix series that you're watching. There is a massive sense of accomplishment to see how far you've come from a little piece of shit raft to a nice looking floating version of a trailer, let's be fair. But after you upgrade most things on the research table and build a house and you build a sail and all that good stuff, the steam can quickly run out. This is what an alpha game is supposed to feel like, though. Don't worry. You have a nice foundation of fun for the developers to create a game around that, and that's exactly what this game is. I am really excited to see what they have in store, and this is exactly how all the other alpha games should be. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember,